Hey guys, just wanted to do my reaction video to The Flash Season 4, Episode 19, Therefore She Is. So, I guess because we had episode Season 7 was about, focused on more like Clifford DeVoe, and reference to Clifford DeVoe, I guess is going to focus more on a little bit more on Marlize. We're going to have Gypsy come back for the first time in several episodes. I think we haven't seen her since maybe since before the crossover, I think. Wow. And they're gonna address the whole their whole relationship and whether Cisco's gonna take that job that Breacher offered. She's gonna help out trying to stop DeVoe, and just based on a radio clip, I guess like a SoundCloud radio clip I heard about the episode, we finally learn about what the Enlightenment is. So it'll be great to learn more about that, and how they're going to reverse Harry's decreased intelligence, or at least how Cisco's going to help him out. What was the was the last up? Yeah, I think the last episode was basically about like Marlize, like the further strain on the relationship with Clifford, and it was Wentworth Miller's last episode, at least until this is the last episode he said he plans on doing for a foreseeable future in the Arrowverse. So it was a great, it was definitely a good episode, definitely a great send off of him being like a moral being moral compass, not like a moral compass, but also kind of like helping Barry get through his grief with Ralph. I'm sorry, that last week was episode 19. This is episode 20. And they had to fight like Black Siren X. It was just a carbon copy of Earth 2 Black Siren, which kind of a forgettable. It kind of made her a forgettable villain, sadly, as much as I like Katie Cassidy. But anyway, enough talk. Let's just get into the episode.
Continues to do so. There is no doubt in my mind that as technology continues to bloom, so will all of humanity.
Professor DeVoe, you disagree?
Yes, I guess. I have a more realistic view of humanity whenever technology is concerned.
What do you mean?
Well, you spoke of the Enlightenment. One only has to look at history to find the answers.
Okay, let's. Life expectancy over the past 2 centuries has increased from 30 years to nearly 70 years.
And we should assume that's a good thing. Each new day, we have to share very limited resources with anything up to 200,000 newborn babies, most of whom will end up living in abject poverty and famine.
Well, thank you very much, Professor Doom and Gloom. Remind me never to take one of your history classes.
Perhaps you should. There's much I could teach you. The Taoists, in pursuit of immortality, discovered gun.
Blame technology for the way men choose to use it, Professor.
You can't ignore that the best of ideas by the smartest of men often have a way of becoming corrupted.
Harry, you're
losing my intelligence. Yes. The injection of dark matter from the thinking cap apparently overwhelmed my synapses instead of making my brain faster, slowing it down.
Why didn't you tell us this sooner?
how long until...
No way of knowing. I mean, there are days I can think clearly, and other days I can't.
Some sort of secretive technology. Also, security guard here, his 24-year-old, apparently shot himself.
Wait, a robbery and a suicide?
He's newly married, has an infant at home. This is smelling like some meta madness to me.
Who else can Kilgore retinal scan and Dibney a vault lock?
Okay, well, I'm gonna go interview some people, see what I can find out.
All right, Cisco and I'll try to figure out what DeVoe stole.
Okay, using journalism skills, I like it.
Okay.
It's what's in this container you can't let me have. Well, what was in this container?
Damn it. Damn it!
Why didn't we see the right container number?
If someone's vibe wasn't clear enough, Cisco.
Are you blaming me?
You lost your focus. What can I say?
Yeah, getting hit against the metal container wall. Sorry, I didn't put that on you. You put that on you.
I'm gonna put my fists in your face is what I'm gonna do.
Is that how we'd work together if I took the job?
Guys, what job? I brought that metal piece from the shipping container in case we want to try Cobra.
Me hunted, feast for my queen.
You don't believe these things you wrote in this journal, do you? This reads like some radical's manifesto, Clifford.
It's a realist. Dream ideas, if ever we were to restore some semblance of balance.
Technology has become a cancerous cell in our social biology. Exercising it would require a total purge not only of the material world, but also human consciousness. This is not balance. This is lobotomizing people.
It is rebooting the masses' brains to let them forget their technological crutches. They are babies with pacifiers.
Oh, and who will teach them? You, Professor? How does any of this help humankind?
Don't you see, Marlies? Our technology is killing us.
No. Don't ever wish me again, all right?
No, totally. I'm sorry. Cisco.
What is going on?
I'm back on the same page, okay? Cisco, Gypsy is upset because, frankly, it's taking you too long to accept Breach's job offer. Duh. And Gypsy, Cisco, he's just worried about abandoning his team. It's not that he doesn't want the job, right? Okay, so now you both know, right? And you can dive in and work this out. Let's talk about this.
Oh, Barry.
That's it. The pieces of tech don't fit together because they're not supposed to.
There are lots of ways to be intelligent, not just using your head.
Right.
What?
How did you do that?
I saw it inside your mind before it vanished.
Wait. So you can...
Write down what you're thinking.
Before it...
Disappears.
Wow.
Release? I brought the sample.
Hey.
Okay.
Right.
I'm saying I don't want Breacher's job, but I do want you.
I want you to. What am I supposed to do? Pack up my entire life, everything? Forget about my job, my responsibilities?
No.
Just move here?
No. That's not what I'm asking you to do. I would never ask you to leave the agency. I know how important that is to you. But tell me, and tell me honestly, this, what we have, is this enough for you?
Yes. It is.
Well, it isn't for me.
Hey, guys.
Guys.
Don't move.
Barry, knock him out and then cuff him.
On it!
Throat. That is the gravitational equivalent of my boot busting your windpipe.
She's innocent. Leave her alone.
Clifford, this isn't part of our plan.
Cisco, wake up! Wake up!
Our plan is to save them.
We can't save everyone, my love.
Perhaps, but I won't watch you kill an innocent life again.
Yes, you will. Get the case.
System, okay? And each system is capable of...
Each system is capable of redirecting concentrated dark matter back to Earth in 10 million megawatt bursts.
Which level of which is toxic enough to affect each and every human brain on the planet and reboot them back to us
Reboot them back to a simplified state.
just like mine.
DeVoe wants to remove the intelligence of everyone.
You treat me like I am the only woman in the multiverse, and I don't want one. What is wrong with me? I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry.
Nothing's wrong. Nothing at all.
I said prepare.
No! Initially, we set out to enlighten the world. Now you want to rule it. I am leaving you, Clifford. Nothing can get in or out.
You dare orchestrate an exodus on the eve of humanity's greatest reckoning.
My husband is dead. Thinker's first victim.
The enlightenment will come for you too, Marlies. I will be all that remains.
Oh, Clifford. You are nothing without me.
What we got? Oh. Who sent that, Wally?
Wally already sent us a bassinet, which apparently
What was it?
some delivery girl.
Okay, I don't care what Todd Hellbang is telling people. That's totally Barry and Iris's daughter. Why else would she? She has the color of her lightning is yellow and purple, which is the color of Barry's lightning, and also Iris's lightning when she was a speedster. That being said, it was interesting that of all the people she's interacted with on the main cast, Iris is the one that she wanted to avoid completely, which makes me think that I'm afraid they might do some kind of retread of the Save Iris arcs, so it may probably have something happen to her Iris in the future that's like too traumatic for her to like interact with or see her mom. Dawn to see her mom, or it could be Jenny or Ignatz, who knows. You know, it's interesting to see the flashbacks of DeVoe and basically just realize he's pretty much evil Sheldon Cooper. And also the fact that the weird thing about his evil plan is, yes, we finally know what the Enlightenment is to reduce the intelligence of everyone on the planet, just like Harry unintentionally did with himself, which is kind of a clever way to tie his storyline together with the main plot, except for the fact that everything we've seen about his plan up to that point, I don't know, it just seems like he was motivated by humanity wasting his intellectual potential and wanting to change the way they think. And now it just seems like he just wants to be like this, not like this. But now it just seems like he talks about like how he hates technology and how it's, you know, become a crutch for humanity and bringing out the worst in us. But then it's like, it's weird when it's like he's been using technology and hooked himself up to that chair the whole time. So it's like so it seems kind of weird. And to keep himself alive and using machinery to stop people from using machinery. So yeah. I don't know. It's just sort of like, know what to make of it. I think I would have just bought if he just wants. If it was just more like megalomania and just wanted to be, like the most intelligent person on the planet by just reducing everyone's intelligence. Trying to say that it's like, oh, it relates to him because he wants to remove people's dependency on technology and how they're doing it, and it's kind of like definitive proof that the writers have been making this up as they're going along. There's no consistency to what they were doing, and they really need to map out their seasons better. But I did like the last scene with Marlize like finally telling DeVoe off, but I also like get the impression that the interesting thing about the whole performance is that she's finally done with putting up with his abuse, but it doesn't seem like she's going to be like running to Team Flash and then teaming up and working with them, which I guess kind of makes sense because considering how much she's antagonized them and probably they wouldn't want to trust or work with her. So it makes you wonder, like, is she still going to try to like stop the Enlightenment? Is she just going to figure that, assume that Team Flash will defeat him without, considering she's not around to like help? Or is she just going to be this like loose cannon kind of third party who might like turn the tables in Team Flash's favor, unintentionally, who knows? But I guess I liked how I hate to keep bringing this up, but I also this is why I'm so glad about how they having Ralph gone, because now they can kind of focus on other characters and what's going on with them, characters we've been with for a long time, as opposed to some asshat with some like frat boy humor. And I was it's sad that Cisco and Gypsy had the falling out, but it's like given the actress's schedule and long distance relationships are hard to sustain as it just kind of felt like a foregone. It was sad, but it just felt like kind of a foregone conclusion. And it just I don't know. I mean, I guess it was nice that Cisco had a more long-term relationship as opposed to just constantly striking out with women, which is kind of like a bit of a change up to his past history on the show. But yeah, I don't. But yeah, it's still kind of sad they were one of the better couples in the franchise, and it's kind of sad it's kind of had to come to an end for one reason or another. And yeah, I think like Barry, kind of just being neurotic and trying to try to fix everything just so they can, because he's like desperate to stop DeVoe and having his plans come to fruition. I didn't know what that thunderclap or whatever energy blast what he was giving off. I didn't know if that was some kind of manifestation of the Fiddler's powers or what that was. It was kind of weird they didn't really explain it. But it looks like but the thing is about I guess my biggest gripe about it seemed like kind of a little bit extreme that that one incident where Marlize was being attacked by these Kenyan warlords over a water purifier. Seemed a bit of an extreme to kind of drive her to support her husband. And it's a bit of a stretch for given but I'll go with it. But it also kind of, but again, the whole technology thing, it kind of makes you wonder why I guess it gives some, I guess it just, I don't know, it makes it feel like a bit of a stretch why she even really go along with the plans in the first place. I figured it was just enough the fact that he was willing to kill just to just for the sake of it, and bring about their plan would be enough for her to kind of question his motives, especially it was almost kind of be like a callback, Team Flash and how they're trying to stand by their no kill rule, even though they haven't been able to successfully do that. It just kind of puts her in a similar conundrum and it kind of like further just drives the wedge between them as to their different ways of going about things. So it was nice. It would have been nice to kind of they didn't need the whole her being reluctant to do it already. Like that would have been. It's like a nice parallel between the DeVoes and Team Flash. They're supposed to have like Amy and Black join forces. Ask for her help next week, and somehow the trailer said that she's immune to DeVoe's powers. I don't know how. I would think that she would have to. It would make more sense story-wise for them to team up with Marlize. So I don't know what the deal with that is, and I guess I'll have to wait till next week. But anyways, guys, what do you think of the episode? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. You like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.